up guys, this is me again, and today I want to post a small update on my carnivore diet experience. So carnivore diet has been extremely popular the past few years, and maybe you have heard about it, maybe you haven't heard about it. Anyway, I did hear about it many times before, and now my cat is hungry. Speaking of carnivore, basically carnivore diet is what it sounds like it is. It's when you eat just meat. Ideally, you just eat like beef or like high protein meat, not something like low fat or lean meat. You really have to pack yourself with protein and fat. This is what keeps you going. This is what gives you energy, and this is what also helps you lose weight because you actually go on an extreme ketogenic diet. When I first heard about it, I thought that this is crazy. Like, you cannot eat just meat, because I'm coming from a background and from a generation when you had to have meat with vegetables, with some kind of fiber, with bread or with pasta or whatever, because it was considered that eating only meat is not healthy, it's going to kill you. And this is what we see with high protein diets that actually have lots of side effects in the long term, in the long run. I wouldn't ever consider carnivore diet as my lifestyle, and I do think that this is extreme. Like, you have extreme vegan diet, and this is like extreme on the other side of the spectrum. However, when I heard Jordan Peterson talk about carnivore diet and his positive experience with this diet, and then I heard Joe Rogan on his podcast taking this challenge and speaking about, you know, how carnivore actually affected him. So I actually decided to try this, and I thought that this can't be that bad, because these are people who are not selling you anything. They're not promoting their diet plans. These are just real people who lost real weight and gained real health benefits on this diet. For example, Jordan Peterson, he's a professor. He was a professor in Harvard, and he's a very well-known person. And if you listen to all these intellectual talk shows, and I thought that I should give it a try, because this is something that could not be as hard and as bad for the body as it. To cut the story short, I've tried carnivore diet for a week, and this is just as much as I could last, because this is not as easy as people are saying that it is. First of all, the first 2 days were amazing. I just ate. I also didn't mention that I did do it for the health benefits as well as weight loss. Weight loss is probably the most important one, and the first 2 days were amazing. I felt so good. I wasn't feeling hungry at all, because actually when you stuff yourself with meat, and I also did a modified version of the ketogenic diet, of the carnivore diet, because I added dairy and cheese. Otherwise I thought it would be too boring, and it did work out pretty well for the first 2 days. I ate actually lots of meat and lots of like sour cream or these yogurts and eggs and whatever, and actually I ate like 100% protein, or like very high protein, and first 2 days was amazing. However, on the third and fourth day it started to get boring, because I started craving vegetables. I know it sounds crazy, because for someone who's craving cakes all the time, I started to crave vegetables, but maybe I was just conditioned to have a steak with a fresh salad, and maybe it's just, you know, a way of how I was used to eating for the past almost 4 years. And the problem was like eating a steak with nothing, like no bread, no side dish, no salad, no anything, no even sauce. It felt so boring. It was like I couldn't really enjoy the steak if I didn't have all these sauces and all these like these salads, even something that, because the steak is very fatty, very like if I add lots of salt and pepper, I just felt like I wanted to have a salad with that. This is the entire point of carnivore diet, is that you are not eating, it's not a ketogenic diet, it's not like paleo diet. You just eat raw meat. You don't eat raw meat, you're not a cat, you're eating meat, just basically meat, ideally beef or pork or whatever, like ribeye steak or anything that has enough fat on it. And basically I felt like fourth day was already a challenge. Like, I was really struggling. First of all, I didn't have as much appetite as I used to have before. I just ate a little bit of that meat and I didn't want to eat at all. I totally lost my desire to. Now, fifth day was already like a problem. I woke up in the morning and I said, like, I'm not going to eat another steak today. Like, I feel full from yesterday. And this is the positive part about this diet. I think it's more suitable for men. Maybe this is why Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson had such a positive experience with it, because they're males, and probably female bodies may be a little different. I don't know. I've heard a few females on YouTube also talking about the benefits of carnivore diet and how they actually lost weight and everything was great. I personally find it extremely hard to keep up with. Like, you limit yourself so much. I mean, if you go out, you probably can order just a steak with nothing else and drink water with it, which is boring, but you can do it. It's doable. It's better than intermittent fasting, because if someone is asking you out and you're on intermittent fasting, you cannot eat, and you just go there and you're not eating, you're just drinking water, and this is, like, of course, extremely stupid, and you either break out your fast or you delay the date or whatever, but you have to, like, really work around these hours. With carnivore diet, you can eat whatever you want, wherever you want, as long as it's just. So to cut the story short, I lasted just a week. This is like the best I could do. Unfortunately, I really couldn't keep up more. I craved salads, and actually I gave myself a salad on day 6, and on day 7 I added something else. I don't remember what was it, but anyway, I just couldn't keep up with it. And for now, I'm gonna put carnivore diet on my wish list, something that I will probably get back to somewhere. I do find this diet to be extreme, like extreme in the way of first of all, it's extreme from the financial point of view, because you don't eat like the cheapest meat. You have to eat quality meat, because this is all your nutrient. This is the one source of all your nutrients. So you have to make sure that this source is like packed with everything, and you can't afford yourself. You can allow yourself to eat like the cheapest meat out there. You're just not gonna get all the nutrients, and this is probably gonna be like low quality meat, and this is what you don't want to do. You want to do like a ribeye steak or something. However, we all know how much ribeye steak is, how much it costs, and not everyone can afford it. So you're actually either gonna eat organ meat, which is healthy but also very low priced, or you're gonna eat like lower quality meat. So it's a question of how do you fit your budget in that equation. From the financial point of view, of course, intermittent fasting wins by 100%, because you're not eating anything out of your eating window, so you save all that. So I would really like to see your comments, or what do you think about the carnivore diet? Have you tried it? Has it worked for you? For me, the main reason why I wanted to try it was the health benefits, was the weight loss, reducing inflammation. I had a cyst in my eye, which is there like for years, and it cannot be cured. It could only be operated, and I had one operation on my eye. It didn't help. I have to go through another operation, which I really don't want to do. And I was thinking that reducing inflammation in the body could help with that problem, but carnivore diet is not as easy to stick to as it may sound. So for now, it's just I'm putting it aside. But I do want to go back to it probably in January or whatever the carnivore challenge month is. And once I get back to it, I will post an update, and I will tell you my results. Also, I want to say that I did lose just, I think, 1 or 2 pounds of weight, but I'm not sure if it was like real fat, because you just don't eat as much as you used to. You don't go to the toilet all that much, and it's probably just, I don't think it was fat during these few days. It wouldn't be enough time to start burning fat. And I also ate a lot of these steaks, and I think they're high enough in calories to actually prevent you from going into fat burning. So I'll keep you guys updated, and once I get any tip or any trick on how to stick on a carnivore diet, I'll definitely post an update, and I'll see you soon, guys.